Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. This is another video that I took last year. And I was making short rib lasagna. I started by roasting it in the oven first and then finishing it off on the stove, and then I let it sit overnight, and this was the following day in the evening. And then I took it out, cut my veggies, and then started frying in the same pot. I added onion, garlic in there because we want everything that is in there. And then I also added leek. I also added what do we call celery in there, and there's also chilies, two types of chilies. I added them in there, fry them until they are tender, making sure that everything is, and then I added the last one to add onto the pot was the chilies, and I added about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste in there. Stir that in, making sure that everything is fine, and I cut up about 4 tomatoes. If you do have a can of tomatoes, you can use them. Added salt or aromat, as you guys know, that's my favorite. And I also added garlic powder and onion powder. I mixed them together. If you've been here, to save the jars, I mix my garlic and my onion powder together because I always use them together. And I also added a little bit of thyme, a little bit of cumin. I also mix cumin and coriander as well because when I use them together. And I also added 1 teaspoon of sugar to balance out the acid. And then I added, I would say, maybe 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce. I was trying to finish it off. So I stirred that in, and I added about 1 liter of water. So this was a meal that I made over 3 days. How many hours is that? 72 hours? Yes. It was a recipe that I found in on YouTube, and I tried it out. So after adding the water, I put the short rib back onto the pot. It was slightly bent somewhere, ne? Yours will not be slightly bent. You'll do it properly, but it tasted good nonetheless. It looks like it was more bent because I also put it in the oven. Okay, this is after it has been in the oven. After I added the short rib, I did put it in the oven up until for about 2 hours, and then I took it out, let it cool on the counter, and then let it sit in the fridge for about 24 hours, something like that. And then I started with the white sauce. If you've been here, you know how we do it. It's 2 tablespoons of flour with butter. I normally use 50 grams of butter, but this time I used Rama. I was out of butter, and then stir that in, and then I add about 500 mils of milk onto my pan, which is making the white sauce. I don't know why I like using this pan because it burns my butter and my flour so quickly, but I never learn. I always use it. And then I added crushed peppers into the crushed peppercorns, black pepper to be precise. I just added my seasoning, added my seasoning, which was aromat. I didn't add anything else because the sauce, the short rib sauce already, it has why did I just do that? I don't know. It has enough flavors as it is. And I added mozzarella onto the pan. If I was to say something, I would say for the white sauce, if you're going to make a cheese sauce, please use Gouda. Cheddar, it gets grainy. I don't know how to put it, but it's not as smooth as when you are using Gouda. Does that make sense? So please use Gouda, guys, if you are going to make cheese sauce. But the cheddar did do the job for the day, but it could have been better with Gouda cheese. So that's my cheese sauce ready, and then we are ready for the next step. After my meat has been in the fridge for overnight and possibly the whole day, I took the meat out of the pot, left the sauce in the pot, and then took the bones out of the short rib and started shredding it. I need it shredded, and it was easy to shred because it was literally falling off the bones. So when I was making this lasagna, guys, actually when I was shooting this video, from the ironing to the lasagna to the end of the lasagna, I was bleeding. My heart was bleeding. I was crying. I had a lot of emotions. 2024 was not a good year for me towards the end. Guys, Christmas was just Christmas. Regile because it was Christmas. But I'm even like, I feel like there's a ball in my throat when I'm saying this. But I will do an update. I will do an update. But guys, Bengoisha. I don't even know what that means. I hear people saying it, but it was hard. It was hard. It was I'm still not okay, but you know what, we manage. So I did cook my lasagna sheets according to their package, and then started assembling my lasagna. It was 3 days, guys. 3 days. If I tell you that the process of cooking your meat, letting it rest, let it soak onto the flavor, like, even if I was to say something, I would say even the lasagna, after cooking it, please let it cool, put it in the fridge, cut it the following day, and you know what, eat it after a day. It tasted delicious, guys. Letting things marinate in its flavors and the seasoning that you put in them, and then cooking it over time, it takes food to another level. Making this over a period of 3 days was the best thing ever. But I don't think if you have small kids, they will understand that. For me, it was easy because Theo is an adult. I don't have babies, I don't have small kids, so he understood that it's going to be eaten in 3 days, and it was delicious. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you try it, and I hope to see you on my next upload. Bye.